guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a full face of new makeup. This is makeup that I've recently picked up and recently bought and recently been given for my birthday. I just thought I would use all in one video that I haven't necessarily tested in any of my videos before. So I just figured that it would be easier putting it all in one video for you guys. Not exactly a full face of first impressions because I have used some of these products. However, some of them are new products and new shades that I've never used before. So some of them are first impressions, some of them are just new makeup that I haven't used a lot but that I wanted to show you guys and share with you guys and just let you know if they're good or not, if they're a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Just a little reminder that if you aren't already subscribed, then feel free to by hitting that little subscribe button, and make sure you do also give this video a big thumbs up if you do end up enjoying it. And without further ado, I'm gonna go and show you the new makeup that I've bought. Okay, so like I did mention in the intro, basically in this video I have got a bunch of new products that not all of them I've used properly yet. I'm just going to do a full face of new makeup of stuff that I've bought recently. Like I did mention, some of them I have tested before, which is why it's not exactly a full face of first impressions. But in a way, it's a full face of first impressions for you, so you can see like what new products I've been buying and what I've been liking and what I haven't been liking and stuff like that. As you can see from my face, just got my eyebrows done because I don't actually have any new brow products like normal. I've just used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and I also use my Revolution Pro Pencil for the front of my brows, and I just concealed around them. But next I'm gonna prime my eyelids ready for eyeshadow because that's what I'd normally do next. Once again, this isn't a newbie, but just to prime my eyelids I'm gonna use my conceal and define because I feel like it works the best for that. To set my eyelids in place, now that I've done the concealer and the base, I'm going to actually use a new product. So this is the Wet n Wild Contouring Palette Contour. This is in the shade Light. I will be using this for my contour later on, but at the moment I've been using this as like a powder sort of shade, especially to set my eyelids in place. Excuse my Ariana top that's going on as well. I'm just in an Ariana sort of mood today because I've been trying to win tickets all week and I'm not going to see her again, but hey, I'm trying to see her on Friday, so this is my last chance basically to see it before tour. I'm going to move on to my eyeshadow. And for my eyeshadow, you would have probably seen this in a recent video. I haven't actually used it in a recent video, but you would have seen that I've got it. Basically, I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette here. I've only used a couple of shades in this. I haven't used any of the shimmers or anything, so I'm going to give this a proper go. It's a really, really pretty palette. Basically, I got this for my birthday, so it would have been featured in my what I got for my birthday video, which went up last week. But it's a really, really pretty palette. I'm loving the blues that is going on as well. So basically this is what it looks like. Love this electric yellow going on here as well. Firstly, I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is the shade Eden, and it's like this orangey pinky sort of colour. By the way, I'm using a new brush that I've never used in a video either. This is the Wet n Wild crease brush. I think you can get this from Beauty Bay for like £2 and it's so good. I've grown to really, really like this brush. Okay, so now that I've gone in with my first colour, I'm actually going to go in with, I think I'm going to take this orange shade down here. This is the shade Satin, and it's this really nice orangey shade. It's also worth noticing that the Anastasia palettes are so pigmented, like I think it goes without saying. Next I'm going to take this electric yellow colour and I'm just going to run this through my crease as well. This is the shade Sphere, a neon yellow sort of colour. I'm just going to take the Spectrum fluffy brush that I've used in a video before. Okay, so I think I'm going to do something a little bit different with my eyes today. I'm going to cut my crease using my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define again, and basically you'll see what I'm going to do, but it's different. So bear with me. This could go really, really bad or really, really good. Okay, so that's one done. God, this stress. Okay, they're not majorly equal, but it's not the end of the world, it's fine. So next up, I'm gonna go in with this gorgeous blue shade here. This is the shade Osiris. It is a shimmer, so I'm just gonna pack this all over my lid. Okay, that shade is literally amazing. It kind of looks matte, but then you can see a little bit of shimmer in it, and it's so pigmented as well. I'm just going to dip back into this orange colour here. This is the shade Satin, and I'm just going to go through my crease again just to blend those two together. After I do my face makeup, I'm actually going to go back in and do my lower lash line. But for the moment, I'm going to go in with foundation. The foundation, I'm going to use one that I have actually used before and I've done a testing video on it. It's the newest foundation that I actually have, so I thought I'd just use it in this video for the sake of needing a foundation. So this is the Wet n Wild Toe Focus Foundation. If you haven't watched my word test and review video on this, it will be in the description bar below. I've worn this quite a bit. It's quite nice for an everyday foundation, but it creates creases badly on me after a few hours. I have normal to dry skin, so I feel like it would be better on oily skin tones, but for the sake of only doing this video, I'm going to use this. It's alright for a few hours, like if you're only using it for a few hours, but on me, if I wear it more than 7 hours, it just completely crumbles. This is really weird because I don't like how it comes with like a spatula. I just hate applying my foundation like this. Coverage of this is really good. Like, it's a really nice coverage. Not a bad foundation because it is only £6–7 I think it is on Beauty Bay, but overall it's not my favourite for my skin type. Moving back on to the newer products. Concealer, I'm going to go in with my Cover FX contour kit. This is something that's new. I actually haven't used the concealer in this palette yet, so that one's a first impressions, but I've used the contour shade in it and I quite like it. I got this from TK Maxx for £4.99 and the RRP is something ridiculous, like 40 quid or something. This is in the shade Light. As you can see, I've used the contour shade, but I haven't used anything else. I've grown to actually like this. I think it blends out really, really nicely. They have a concealer shade, a highlighter shade, a bronzer shade, and a contour shade. I don't normally use cream concealer, so this is gonna be fun. Quite light, so we'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna apply it with my finger and blend it out. My massive nails get in the way of doing concealer with fingers. Ooh. So I guess I'm just going to go back in with my beauty blender and blend that out. Blends quite nicely. Like, that's quite a nice concealer actually. It's not the most full coverage and I'm not that keen on cream concealers. I'd rather have one in a tube, but quite nice. And then to set all my face in place, I'm going to go back to my Wet n Wild contour palette and I'm going to use the powder shade again because this is the newest powder that I have. I'm also going to use a new brush for my powder as well. I'm trying to use new brushes like as much as possible. For my birthday I did also get some Real Techniques brushes, so I'm going to use this powder brush in the middle. I've used this a couple of times. Nice, it's very, very soft. Okay, that is a little bit dark for an everyday powder, but it's fine because we're just gonna go with it. Powder flying everywhere. That is done. A nice job of setting everything in place. I would say it's probably too dark as my everyday powder. It's probably not picking up on camera. So I probably wouldn't use it as my everyday powder because it's more like a yellowy sort of tone. Next up, I'm going to go back to my lower lash line and my inner corner before I forget, because knowing me, I probably will forget. So I'm going to go back in with the Anastasia Prism palette. And I know I haven't used that many shades, but there's so much you could do with this palette. It's unreal. I'm going to have a go at taking this brown matte shade down here. So this is the shade Parallel, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line. God, that is quite dark. Just because I'm intrigued to see what it's like, I'm also going to take this shimmery shade down here. This is the shade Throne. It looks really dark in the pan, but if you look up close, it's like a green sort of shimmer shade. And I'm just going to run this along as well because I'm intrigued to see what it's like. Like, this has turned out really, really dark really, really quickly, so I'm gonna go in with inner corner highlight. And for inner corner highlight, I think I'm gonna take this top one here. This is the shade Lucid, and it's like a really, really bright shimmer shade. Oh my god, that is stunning. Okay, that is amazing. I like that. That is such a pretty colour. Ooh, I nearly dropped my mirror. Oh no. Next, I'm gonna go in with mascara, and I'm gonna use another one that I've used on a couple of videos before, but it's the newest mascara that I've actually purchased. This is the Essence Lash Princess mascara. I've used this pretty much every single day since I bought it. This is so good. I think it's like £3.20 or something ridiculous. I live in the UK, you can get this from Wilko, or as far as I know, I think it's also sold on Amazon. I have tiny lashes and it makes them longer. I think this is the only mascara that's managed to do that, that's also cruelty free. Now that the mascara is done, I'm going to go into contour. And to contour, I'm going to go back in with my Cover FX contouring palette, and I'm going to take this one down here for contour. I've used this a lot recently, like I did mention before, and I really, really like it. I'm also going to take one of my new Real Techniques brushes for this, so I think I'm going to take this flat one here. So I'm going to probably like carve that out with this and blend it out with this, and we'll see how well it goes. I don't normally do this anymore. I used to do that, but we'll see. Okay, that was way too much. It ain't happening, is it? It's not happening. I will give it one thing, it blends really nicely. Like, considering I put way too much on this side, it did actually do an okay job at blending out. Next up, I'm going to go back into the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and I actually use there's powder everywhere. I use this as my bronzer shade. This is very, very pigmented, so I have to be careful because there goes my beauty blender. It's not the best bronzing that I've ever done, as you can see. I'm not a pro at bronzing and contouring whatsoever, especially when I use them brushes. I'm probably not going to use them brushes. I'm probably going to go back to my Spectrum one. Next up, I'm going to go in with everyone's favourite part, and I'm going to go in with highlighter. Now, I have used a Wet n Wild highlighter in a video previously. It wasn't actually this shade. Basically, I bought the shade Precious Petals. I used it on my face, and I realised it it was way too dark for my skin tone. So I actually bought this one, which is Blossom Glow, and I've been loving this because it's a really nice like pink highlighter shade, but as you can see, it's rather quite glowy. Like, I don't normally like pink highlighters. I definitely like this one. I think these are like £3 or something. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most blinding highlighter that I've ever used in my life. It's also not the worst highlighter that I've ever used. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna go in with lipstick, and I have worn this on a recent video, but I haven't actually showed you what it's like on video. So basically, I haven't really tested it on video, but I've worn it on video. To finish everything off, I'm gonna set my face in place with another new product. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I've used this a couple of times, and I used it on Saturday. Basically, I had a really long day on Saturday. I literally got up at 6:30 in the morning, and I got home at 4:30 the next morning. So it was pretty much on for 24 hours, my makeup. However, this made it stay in place so well. Bearing in mind, I went to a festival, it was so hot, I was boiling, and my makeup was literally sweating off. So definitely give this a try. I've actually found that this is really good, and I have normal to dry skin, like I said, and I feel like it kept my face in place really well. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Like I did mention, all of these are pretty much new products that I've recently bought, so I will leave the link to everything and where you can buy it in the description bar below. I remember. I hope I will do, because I'm getting quite good at that kind of stuff. But yeah, like I said, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, then don't forget to smash it a big massive thumbs up, and also feel free to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and make sure those post notifications are also on so you're notified every single time I post a new video, a little bit like this one. As always, all my social media links will also be linked right down below, so if you don't follow me on any of them, then feel free to. Once again, thank you so incredibly much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Bye!